Good morning. Hello, everybody. It's Saturday in the park. I wish it was the 4th of July. No, I don't. I love fall. Fall is here. So drop me a comment if you are joining us live, and I have a special guest today. I'm going to make sure I'm live. Here we go. Yep, drop me a comment. I see people are logging in, so that is good news. Okay, there we go. How do I make that full screen? Full screen. Hello, Joyce. Good morning. How are you? Oh, there we go. Okay, I can see me. Hi, Cecilia. Good morning. Oh, people are joining in. I'm really excited this morning. And actually, I know this person. I wasn't sure of her last name, so when she was lined up to be on, I was hoping it was the sweet Caroline. Bum, bum, bum. I happen to know her in person because I just met her at the retreat 2 weeks ago. Patricia, it is lovely to see you as well. Good morning, Connie in Seattle. Elizabeth, good morning. How are you all? The doors to your artful journey are officially open until Monday only. And I'm going to, I love this part. It's kind of like meet your maker kind of time. And hopefully you guys can hear me. I have my headphones in so that I can hear our guest. Yes, Anne, thank you so much for lining this up. Let me just tell you what I'm going to be doing this morning. I'm going out in my workshop to cut all those banners out that I gave you the sneak peek of. Good morning, Carrie in Nova Scotia. I love that. Cecilia, can't wait to see Caroline. She was just a huge treat at our retreat. So anyway, I'm going to wait until 8 o'clock because I said 8 o'clock and it's a little bit early because I'm early always. Actually, this morning I was late setting the video up because my Padres lost us last night, and I think I just had a glass of wine and tucked myself into bed. But that's okay. Game 4 is today. Today is a new day. So today I am going to be going in the workshop and working until about noon. Then I'm going to I almost said a used car show. It's not, I mean, it is used cars, but what do you call it? The old cars. I sponsored a local event for, I'm one of the sponsors for our senior center. And it's a classic. Thank you. I don't think I should be calling them old, vintage, whatever. Classic cars. It's a classic car show. I provided giveaways, and so I said I would go up there, and then I'm going to go to the grocery store. So I'll be making an appearance at our local Stater Brothers come about 1 o'clock. Then I'm going to go home. Oh, I also need to go to the feed store where they sell black Wranglers and get some Wranglers for an all black party that I'm going to tonight. And then I'm going to the party at 5 o'clock. That's my day. That's my Saturday. But I'm actually looking forward to the part. Vintage, classic. Hitomi, hello up the road from me. I don't even know where you're living now, dear one. And if it's anywhere near La Jolla, I was close to you this week. Anyway, so I hope everybody's going to have a lovely Saturday. Yeah, I'm looking forward to going up there. The coordinator messaged me yesterday and said, we really would love for you to come. So I'm going to go up there and look at the classic cars. Not old cars. I shouldn't say that. Oh, San Clemente. Okay, I didn't know how far you were up the road. I didn't know that. So thank you. You got closer to me, but not quite close enough, but close enough. I mean, it's not that far. All right. Anyway, so I hope you guys are going to have people are asking me about the Joy banner, and I'm going to make a peace banner as well. I didn't set my other camera up, but we just finished the fall banner and I made another one that says joy. It's not together. I'm going to paint it today. That's on my that's on my list of things to do with Christmas trees. Joy, Joy. Anyway, so and I'm making a piece one, separated mostly by Camp Pendleton. That's exactly correct. I used to go to that base all the time. I know that base like the back of my hand. I've gotten one speeding ticket and one no speeding ticket. I used to have a lead foot, not anymore. Anyway, not anymore. I'm older, wiser, and no longer dating a military police lieutenant. That was back in my single days. All right. Anyway, without much ado, I would like to welcome a big special welcome to a very special lady who I'm going to bring on camera right now. You're going to see both of us. There we are. Caroline, can you hear me? And most importantly, I would like to know, can everybody hear Caroline?
I hear you perfectly, my love.
Okay, the crowd's going wild.
I seem to be like slow-mo.
You might be delayed a little bit. I don't know. It could have to do with our connection.
Okay.
But I would just say, here's the thing. There's always a delay. So don't worry if you're watching yourself. I can see me in live time, but if I'm watching it down on the screen, it seems a little awkward because there's a delay. However, you still sound the same and we understand. So Caroline, please introduce yourself and tell me what makes Sweet Caroline so sweet.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I stick my finger in some sugar and there you go.
Tell us about yourself.
Hi, everyone. First of all, I'm really happy to be here. I'm excited. I've got all this energy and I don't know what to do with it. But I am so blessed to be here. A little bit about myself. First of all, my name is Caroline McFarland. I live out here in the beautiful Pocono Mountains of Pennsylvania. And we've been living here for about 20 years. And I am a motivational speaker, artist, and I have low vision. I'm visually impaired. And it's sometimes a little hard to talk about myself. However, I'm getting better at it. I've been visually impaired now for about 24 years now, maybe. And it was a long journey. And it did affect me quite a bit, considering that I am, I've always been a very independent individual and into all different types of art. I got started with my mom, who was not only my mom, but my best friend. And I miss her dearly. But she's the one that really got me into art. And she, believe it or not, she had herself an artist hand as well. She was good, her and her brother. So it started with ceramics, and then clay, and then it finally got to watercolor. And so she got me turned on to watercolors. And when I started with my eyesight loss, that was really difficult because I really couldn't do what I was doing then. So anyway, long story short, I'll try and make it shorter because it is a long one. Uh, I did come out of the funk. I found my footing, my my path, and yeah. So I'm just really very happy. I'm glad that I'm not glad. I'm ecstatic that I am working with art again and talking to people about uh, being independent and also how art kind of impacts that. So
So,
yeah, that's a
Caroline,
little about me.
I was not being rude when I was listening to you because I was listening to you. But do you mind if I share? I was looking for photos. Do you mind if I just share a couple of photos? And I would like to talk about you because I know you don't want to talk about you. But here's the thing, Caroline attended. Do you mind if I share a photo or
No, go
two?
ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Um, Caroline attended the Tracy Time retreat in Texas, and when she joined, she had asked if there was room for a monitor TV that she was visually impaired. As a teacher, as an artist, as I'm willing to do, I move around a lot, but I just told my team, whatever she needs, we'll figure it out. I've actually never had somebody in my class that was visually impaired. I've had several other things come up, but it was kind of interesting because I was like, how is she going to see? How is she going to operate? But right away, she came in on Friday, and I will tell you, speaking on the end of being a motivating person, a motivational speaker, you motivated pretty much everybody in that room. So I mean, everybody in that room. I am just going to show so Caroline comes in well equipped, no excuses, sets up. She has basically a magnifying apparatus that goes to that screen so she can see what she is doing. And we took pictures because she actually wants to share this with the universe and with the world because she doesn't really have any excuses of why she can't create.
That's right.
And it was absolutely amazing. And you're getting thanked for sharing your story. I love inspirational stories, and good for you for advocating for your technology needs in order to keep your finger on the pulse.
Yeah.
So right away, yes, and Cecilia, who you know was there. Um, so if I get to say any part of this, the thing about Caroline is she is a ray of sunshine when she walks into a room, and there are no excuses. So I think everybody who's sitting around her who has something to complain about, or my art isn't this, or my art, uh, Caroline was like, yeah, no can do, no excuses in this department. The thing that I found interesting and I had to learn as a teacher, I have ADD and I move around like crazy. The one thing I told Caroline was, I will not lose you in this. I will be there when you need me.
That's
And
right.
but I was laughing because I realized I watched her in the back like this, trying to follow me, and I had to slow my roll. So and Danielle just shared that my brother-in-law is visually impaired and uses a monitor similar to this. So yes, Mari said yes, she was an inspiration for all of us. So Caroline, I would like to know, what does your artful journey mean to you and being a member of your artful journey?
Three words: no judgment, encouragement. Uh, I've been a part of your artful journey and mixed media makers, and the the community, the tribe has been so. Being at the retreat was something believe I truly needed. I needed to be around like-minded people, people who get me, who get uh, the meaning behind art. And uh, everyone in the community have been, they're absolutely wonderful. And Cecilia, I love you. I mean, the everyone was has been so kind, not judgmental, because we all have this fear, like, oh, no one's gonna like what I'm doing, or oh, are they gonna buy this, or is it good enough? But you know what, in the community, that those words do not exist. Okay, it's all positive reinforcement. It's always Caroline, not just Caroline, but in general, you can do it. You can do this, and we can, and we as women, okay. Well, I got to include the men too, but more so women, because this is a man's world. Let's face it, okay. But we we've gotten to a point where we're saying to ourselves, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do this. Yeah, you know what? I am good enough. So yeah, I've your artful journey has been empowering. Well, I can't even talk today. But you get what I mean. And like I said, no one judges you. And if you need help, they're always there to help you. Tracy truly, um, at the retreat, I mean, she what she said was the truth. I mean, she was there for me. She always check up on me and said, Caroline, you need anything? Caroline, you okay? You need help? She was like, she wanted to make sure that, because they had to situate me in the back of the room because of the cords. And, I really didn't want anyone to, trip over the power cords and stuff. But,
No,
I mean,
you didn't want me to trip over the power cord. Yeah,
so,
it was difficult. Yeah, I felt
yeah,
bad because I was like, she should be in the front, but it actually did work out really
yeah,
well.
it did. And like I said, I mean, she was there. She didn't make me feel left out. And even some of the other girls, would come see what I'm doing, see how I'm doing, and then we'd strike conversation, whatever. Sometimes I'd be so much in the zone because I do have to concentrate kind of hard to do what I'm doing. Uh but everybody was just like, it was just, I don't know what else I can say. I mean, everybody's been great. The tribe, you know, and then when I do my motivational speaking, one of the things that I mention is that uh, we need a tribe of like-minded individuals who get you, who understand you, who have either gone through what you're going through or have already gone through it, and you all can connect. Just like I
And
connected with
because I
you.
always say we're never alone. You're never
Right,
alone.
right, we're not. And when I well, wait, I'll get to that later. But yeah, but yeah, your artful journey is the best thing that you could do, is to join up and hang with us, paint with us. And I'm really looking forward to going to the retreat next year. I'm going to
It
start
was
saving my little pennies now.
was so fun. It was so fun. Oh, I love it. I love it. And by the way, I love that you said no judgment. I love that. That's something. And I think more so for women, it's not even judging one another, which is fine. It's judging yourself and
Mhm.
just landing in a safe space of going, wait a minute, it's okay. Somebody's looks different, but we don't take each other's art projects home. So it's really not a comparison.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
So anything you'd
exactly.
like to add about your artful journey or your art, anything, me, you, whatever you want to
Well,
talk about.
yeah, well, one thing, I mean, I found Tracy actually totally by accident, and I'm quite sure that kind of happens happened to most of us. This I'm going back a while, like maybe three plus years. I'm always, going through Facebook and the internet and stuff like that. And then I started seeing this thing about art journaling. And I'm like, I'm like, and here I'm thinking, I gotta get into a journal, start writing, and then, draw something, whatever. And I'm like, oh hell no. That wasn't for me. So anyway, so one day I was going through Facebook and it was live. It was on a Wednesday, and I see this woman painting, right? Just doing watercolor. Now, mind you, I hadn't seen your face yet, okay, because you had the camera down on the paper. So I'm sitting there, I'm watching, I'm listening to her talk, and I'm like, this sounds like fun, okay. And then I see Tracy, and I see her smile, and then it was like all of a sudden for me, it was like this instant connection. And I'm like, I want to hang out with her. Okay. I mean, she, and and then through the years, hearing a story and stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, that's the kind of woman, okay, that I want to connect with, or be around or participate with, because you you've done your journey with art and with your other family stuff, and for me as well, art was a big part of uh my journey through my sight loss and all that. And I had friends, I had people saying, Caroline, you can do this. Caroline, don't worry about it. It's going to take time. And I'm not a patient person. I try to be. Okay.
What?
I try to be.
I attract impatient people? How can that be?
But yeah, I've had to learn that, Caroline, it's okay to ask for help, because you know what? One thing I did would like to say is that if I hadn't made the choice to go to the retreat, okay, and in order for me to get there, I would have I required help, okay, help via whether it be wheelchair or reading signs for me or what have you. All right, for me in the very beginning, that was like, oh, really, these people are going to think that I don't know how to read, that I'm illiterate. Okay, seriously, because when all this first started with me, I would say to them, could you read this for me? I can't read it. They would give me like this funny look. Like, what the hell's wrong with you? Don't you know how to read? Oh God, yeah. So anyway, but I learned, okay, that it's okay to ask, because guess what? If I didn't do what I did, I wouldn't have been able to make it to the retreat and have the experience that I did. I wouldn't have met the people that I did. Okay. So,
Yep. Just by asking.
Right. Exactly. Just by asking for help. And that doesn't make me less independent. Okay. Or less of a person. Okay. And that was a very, very hard lesson for me to learn, because, when I was growing up, I had to rely on myself a lot, because, if I had a flat tire, my brother was in the backyard, and I said to him, John, could you help me fix this flat tire? Yeah, I'll be there in a minute. I have to go to work, okay? I'm waiting for him. He's just too busy, yakety with his friends in the backyard. So finally, I said, Dad, could you teach me how to change a tire? And guess what? That's exactly what he did. So now I don't have to rely on anyone to change a tire. I even rotate my own tires, change my own freaking oil. All right? I'm like,
so we definitely have that in common. Also, I don't know if I told you this, but in my family, I inherit my dad, my brother, and I all have blue eyes. I think that's something that people notice about me. When I was 3 years old, I really had legal blindness eyesight. I was the girl in preschool with the Coke bottle glasses that were strapped to her
Oh,
head that
yeah.
were really little back in the 70s.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so my eyesight is something that I grew up with Coke bottle glasses. The second I got to, I think it was high school, and it was bad. Like the glasses were not as good as they are now.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah.
That was something that was hard because I couldn't do things that other, like if you're going swimming. I remember going to the pool, like especially during, I would do anything to get out of swimming because I couldn't see. I couldn't,
Yeah.
I couldn't, I didn't have contacts in middle school. And then when I got to high school, I had braces, a very bad haircut, and I got contacts. The braces came off, and that kind of changed my world. But I still couldn't do the things that, like water skiing. You take
Mhm.
your contacts out. I couldn't see a darn thing.
Right.
Snow. I remember one time snow skiing. I lost a contact, and I was like at the top of the hill going down, like, oh
Oh,
my
crap.
god, it's just never
Yeah,
gonna work.
yeah, yeah, that's
But
scary.
I
Yeah.
had surgery when my oldest, who's now 25, I had the first eye done when he was 3, and then the second eye done. It literally like changed my life, and I was able to have that. So to have somebody like you, who I didn't know what I didn't know when I was 4. I guess I figured everybody wore these glasses, but they
Mhm.
didn't.
Yeah.
So I value, and to see you do what you do is just so amazing. And her artwork is amazing, but also she is the light that walks in, and we're all like, sweet Caroline. I mean, this is who she is. Yeah. So I to this day say now when I put on my glasses for driving, I'm okay. I'm at peace with that. But I grew up harassed, ridiculed. I can't tell
Sure.
you the number of pairs of glasses that were broken. And I always felt defensive about something that I couldn't help. I was born
Right,
like that. I
right, right.
I do blame my father. My mother had green eyes and perfect vision. I don't know.
Oh, you're so funny.
So I was
Yeah,
like, I always was like, Mom, I wish I had, yeah, but it's something that many people have eye issues now, but it's not like it used to be.
yeah,
And
no.
I commend you for setting up the monitor, the magnifying, everything. And you are shy and kind of quiet, and you are but you are just a beam of light, and I can't say it enough. It was amazing to be in that room with you. It's amazing to talk to you today. People are saying, Caroline, your story is amazing.
Oh,
Mari
thank
says
you.
more important was all of us found their space to grow together.
Yep,
And
exactly.
I couldn't thank you more. It was just weird because I thought about that after I had met you and we didn't talk about it. I value what you're going through because I remember what it was like when people go, let's go to the diving board, and my friends
Yeah.
would run and I'd be like, oh gal,
Oh, God. Yeah, yeah,
where's
yeah.
the diving board?
Yeah, yeah,
I would listen. I would listen and I could hear them, and I'm like, okay, finding the diving board. Oh, tripping. I tripped over everything.
yeah, yeah, I get it. Yeah,
So
and especially being a child too, and because children don't get it, they don't understand, So yeah, it was harder for you. Me as an adult, uh, sight loss was, more uh, known, so to speak, So, but yeah, but still, we need to educate people because I was at a store once and I went to sign a charge receipt, a credit card receipt, and I have my reading glasses on, and you're talking about bottle. Yeah, well, mine are more or less the same. And I'm down and I'm signing, and you know what the guy says to me? Uh, boy, you must really have bad eyesight. And yeah, yeah. And I looked at the guy and I'm like,
Captain Obvious, like I didn't know that.
yeah, 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 right. So I said to him, well, yeah, without these, I can't see. I'm visually impaired. And then all of a sudden he was quiet and he didn't say anything,
But
and
you
it's like,
but you educated him in that moment.
right,
I mean, I think
exactly.
as I became an adult, and that's where I get my sense of humor from, my mom would always say to me, like, okay, listen, like I'd come home, here's another broken pair of glasses, and then I'd have to go to school with the freaking tape on the glasses because my dad's like, we're not buying another pair of glasses. I'm like, Dad, I
Yeah,
didn't throw myself in the toilet on purpose. I mean,
yeah, yeah,
but
right.
it gave me a sense of humor. So now when people say like now I am would be the first person when I would put my glasses on when I was in my 20s, I would literally say to people, watch out, Coke bottle girls coming through. And it became more of a thing
Yeah,
of, like you said, acknowledging and teaching people about it versus hiding and
right,
not sharing it. Like, I feel
right.
like the second you educate somebody, they're going to stop in their tracks and be like, oh, what a dummy I am,
Hmm, hmm,
And that's
right,
okay. That's okay to
right.
have those moments. So I do
Sure.
have to say, Caroline, people are saying, you are an inspiration to all of us. Bless you.
Oh, thank
Caroline,
you.
thank you for sharing your story. You are a beautiful person.
Oh,
Caroline, your story is amazing. Your positivity is amazing. So glad to be part of the same community and tribe. And Danielle said people are unbelievable. So sorry he did that. But at the same time, are you really sorry? Like, I think you. I think you gave him a learning moment. You gave him
right.
something that he
Sure.
might, I mean, he might be truly stupid, but that's okay. You can't help it.
Yeah, because I've seen people with those type of glasses, and I wouldn't say anything. Why? Because what happens is you don't know what stage that person is in with their new situation. Okay, so like for me, because it was new, it kind of hit me a little hard because I'm like, yeah, I get this. I didn't ask for it. I didn't want this, and you know, and all of a sudden the negativity would start hitting in on me, and then but like I said, as time went on and being part of community, like-minded communities, whether it was art or blind related, uh, you know, you kind of grow, and I had uh, two awesome coaches and or three coaches, excuse me, and actually my best friend's husband, he was kind of a mentor for me. He doesn't think so because he's like, Carol, I was just your friend, but he was for me a big part of my growth. And you now, I have a new mentor in the art uh, community, So and we all should have that. Because someone's got to make us accountable. Okay, so someone's got to say, "Hey, look, you're slacking." No, I'm kidding.
I don't think I ever would have said that to you.
No,
And
no,
her bag. So the
no.
night
I'm just
of, she
kidding.
didn't finish
I'm
her
just kidding.
bag because she works a little bit slower. You can't help that. But she said to me, "Is there any chance I could get?" I said, "Here are the paints. Here's the everything. Go do you." I mean, that was it. So
Right,
I
right, right.
totally understood. I totally
Yeah,
got it. I
yeah.
understood. And we were in a room of amazing people. So,
Oh yeah,
Caroline, in parting, if somebody's on the fence about joining your artful journey, what would you say to them? I think you already said it to them, but what would you
yeah.
say to them?
Don't hesitate. Go for it. It will be the best thing you could ever do for yourself. Okay, invest in yourself. You are important. You are. You will be well loved in this community. So join us. Don't be scared. And just if you're fearful, just feel the fear and do it anyway, because you're the one who's going to come out on top at the end. So
It's so amazing.
go for it.
Oh my God. All right, my sweet friend. I get to call you friend. And also, I do
Yes.
get to call you mentor because you were a mentor to all of us. There was no excuses in our room.
Yeah. No, there wasn't. There wasn't. And I know we need to go, but this one thing I have to say, which was which meant a lot to me, was uh, you didn't like put your hands in my work. In other words, you didn't unless I asked, okay?
Yeah.
But you just said, "Okay, Caroline, this is how it's done, or how whatever, go for it. I'm not going to touch your stuff. Okay? This is your art. You
Okay.
do it."
Can I share one thing? So we did go around the room, and there was one process that we did that took,
Yes.
like, you got to move fast, and
Yes.
Caroline's used to taking her time, but everybody in the room, like, paint, paint, scoop, paint, paint. And then she's like, did I miss a spot? And like, Loretta's like, down on the right. I'm like, hold on, give me your brush, because we couldn't rework it. I swear it was like the only time we talked about me taking the brush and
Yeah.
helping her out. But it was funny, because I think if people were walking by thinking it was a gentle, nice group of ladies painting, paint, scoop, paint.
Yeah.
And then we burst out in laughter, and we just go around the room.
Yeah.
Elizabeth said something nice. If Caroline goes to the retreat next year, she will be a really big bonus and a reason for people to go. That's
Oh,
it.
thank you so much, Elizabeth. Oh my God. That makes me
So
feel
I will let you go, my dear. I have a day full of, look at you. Oh my God. She
Yeah,
only made us cry like 3 times too. So
I know. Yeah, you women are just too awesome. I love you all so, so much. And
thank
they
you,
do grow big
Caroline.
in Texas.
It was so amazing. I love it. Oh, and by the way, and one parting word that I hardly let go, which you live in Pennsylvania. The Padres are playing Philly. Ah, please let us win. Just please.
No, you're gonna kick your hiney.
If I had known Pennsylvania, I might have monitored this a little better, but oh my God, you beat us last night. I was screaming at the TV. But from the bottom of my heart, I would like to thank you, my friend. And
Thank
it is a
you.
pure pleasure to talk to you again. I was so happy. I wasn't sure of your last name, and I was like, oh God, I hope it's her.
Don't you only have one Caroline in the membership? Come on,
I
girl.
think so, but I don't memorize everybody's name. And
Yeah,
Anne
I
Lyons
know.
schedules all this for me. And I always feel like it's just wonderful when it kind of works out this way. And I don't know, and I don't pre-plan. I don't have notes in front of me.
Yeah.
So it's just the way it is. Again, at the end of the day, oh, wait a minute. Danielle said, Caroline, I live in New Jersey and we should meet up. You're not far from me. Danielle went to my retreat last year, so I can vouch for her, just like I could vouch for Sue when we put you in the car with Sue.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes. Message me.
Oh, so I will let you go, my dear, but I am going to show Patricia's comment. I live outside of Philly and I'm rooting for the Padres. Okay. I'm going to let you go, my dear. Thank you.
Okay, you too.
I will talk to you all soon. I'll stay online just to answer a couple of questions. And I will remove Carolyn. Bye, sweetheart.
Bye. Love you.
Love you too. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just want to interview people for a living. That's what I would like to do. I love talking to people. Leonore, oh my God, Leonore, she is adorable. Really, I was not trying to be rude and look down, but I really wanted to share those photos of, and she asked me at the retreat, could you please take a lot of photos of me with my setup and have Anne get you with me together? Because I'd like to use these as an example of people not to make an excuse of why they can't do things. And my goodness, I have like tears in my eyes. Okay. That was so fun. This is what it's all about. Okay. Um, this is what it's all about. All right. I am going to, I just want to let everybody know, how do the interviews get better and better? What a great membership. Had told me I have interviewed you and I thought you were amazing. So at the end of the day, everybody has a story to share. We don't practice these. Anne just sets them up, gives me the name, and says, okay, um, this is who you're talking to. And I don't really look at anything until the morning. I looked at it this morning. I will rewatch it. The tribe is amazing. Oh, gal, go for it. It's worth it. Thank you so much. So I am going to make note. People were asking me about your artful journey and mixed media makers. We are now one. I felt like we've always been one. But and a lot of people are part of both memberships. Don't worry, that doesn't go away. If you're a founding member, you're a founding member. I'm addressing new people who are thinking about joining. If you're thinking about joining, you have access to the portal the second you join. So if you want to join for a month, see if it's for you, you absolutely can do that. You can quit at any time. There's no, I don't hold anybody hostage to stuff. You get access to 3 years of your artful journey, 1 year of mixed media makers. They are now one. They will all come together. I'm not a member, but I've been following for so long. One day, such a wonderful group. Connie, thank you so much. I guess it goes without saying, sometimes you don't know the impact you have in somebody's life. Sometimes you just go through this world and decide, I can make a difference. Who cares? Whatever. I think a few years back, I decided I just want to share my art for what it's worth. I'm not an fine artist. I'm an artist. But if you have something to share and you have an impact on somebody, that's pretty good. When I say impact, I'd like it to be positive versus negative, because that's no fun. But anyway, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody here. I'll be back on Monday. I took tomorrow off from interviews because I'm going to a 40th birthday party and I'm 52. So unlike when I was 20, 30, and 40, the recovery time will mean I want to sleep in a little bit tomorrow. And I love this, you guys. I'm not telling them to say kind things, but they are. If you're thinking about joining and you're on the fence, jump. You don't know what you're missing. Such an amazing group. You guys, from the bottom of my heart, I don't pay people to say that. They're just part of what we do. Have a wonderful day. I am going to enjoy this day, go out in my workshop and do some woodworking, which I love, and painting. I'm going to paint that banner. I like everybody to have a sample of something painted. Okay, and I'm going to get off and say goodbye to Caroline before I leave. So thank you so much. I will see you guys Monday morning at 8 a.m. We're talking to Mariana. I can't wait. See you soon. Oh, the doors to your artful journey close on Monday, midnight Pacific time. So if you're thinking about joining, do it before Monday. Otherwise, the doors are closed and I go back to my regularly scheduled program. Talk to you soon.